If you think there's nothing to do in Newcastle and Lawrence County, then think again. Always stay connected to NCTV45 to receive the information on events going on in and around the area on a daily basis. Programs to view are Newswatch, The Morning Show, and Community Happenings. NCTV45 takes pride in bringing you the event and organization info that you want. NCTV45 is the #1 media source locally. NCTV45, anytime on your time. Broadcasting from the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence, NCTV45. NCTV45 Newcastle, The Train. Everyone's talking about NCTV45. Internet television the way you want it. Your #1 media source serving Newcastle, Lawrence County, and globally. NCTV45.
Today's program furnished by funding from Bill's Bake Shop, where smiles are everywhere.
It's Chubby's Let's Pizza again, like we did way back when. Yes, Chubby's for that great pizza taste. They use Augustine's ingredients, and guess what? You folks on the east side, they deliver. DA Reed Delivery Service will get your Chubby's pizza right to you. It's easy. Call ahead, place your order. It's Chubby's Delivery right there for you. And don't think that they don't have cheese stuffed meatballs, sausage, and so much more. Chubby's right there for you.
If you're craving hot dogs and more, and you're in the area, then look no farther than Coney Island.
Entrusting your loved one to a funeral director is a very personal and emotional decision. The funeral director you choose must understand the importance of the decision you have made. When you call the William and Roger DeCarbo Funeral Home, I recognize what a privilege it is to be chosen at your time of need. We will provide you and your family with the best service possible, with sincerity and compassion.
The William and Roger DeCarbo Funeral Home, family owned and operated since 1941.
Broadcasting from the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence, NCTV45. NCTV45 Newcastle, The Train.
Good morning, Newcastle, and a very pleasant welcome to Saturday, the 20th, the first day of spring, and hope all is going well with you this morning. Let's take a look outside and get to the birthday list, and that's not outside, as you know, that first day of spring will always get you. Here you go. It's a little nippy, folks. 21 degrees outside, and it's going to be a nice day. Just beware that it's cold. It looks great. And as you take a look out on the parking lot right in front of the beautiful Majestic, things look marvelous, but it's cool. Let's get to the birthday list right off the bat. Happy birthday, Pat Kane. Steve Shufford, Matt Jackson, Cindy McCullough, Betty Butra, and I messed up the last name, and I'm sorry, Betty. Alan Koza, Sage Russell, and Jolene Cerrone, Michael Cross. Make sure you get that second piece of birthday cake. And why, a lot of things to get to. First of all, good luck, Wolverines, on your playoff game today. Love to see you come back with a win. Congratulations going out to the Newcastle Red Hurricane on a beautiful season and something you should be proud of. You know, doing what you did and accomplishing that in 5A under conditions last night that we would have hoped went another way, but they didn't. So that's a tough break for the Canes, as they had a real difficult evening, losing 52-50. But we wish them all the best. And hey, sometimes stuff happens. Now, in other action, and as I posed this earlier, and then it seemed to have caught on, and I'm talking about the County of Champions, and yeah, I mentioned that yesterday, or way back, right after Newcastle won, and all the schools won. We mentioned that. Just to give you an idea, Erie Cathedral Prep will go on to play Lower Dolphin, who won 71-46 over Central Mountain. And Lincoln Park was a winner over Clearfield. That, relatively close to home. North Allegheny beat Erie McDowell. And it was the Mohawk girls winning 68-52. Neshannock girls winning 51-48 over Winburn. So that kind of gives you a rundown of how things went yesterday. So the Neshannock girls and the Mohawk girls still alive. Today, Elwood City plays Brookville in the 3A playoffs. And Chartiers Valley, they'll be playing Warren. That's the Chartiers Valley girls. So, kind of gives you a rundown. The Kennedy Catholic girls in action today against Rochester. So, the whole shoot match of what's going on, no pun intended, to give you that rundown. Now, let's get to that state news that you're probably wanting to hear. 3,455 new cases, and basically out of that, 1,486 hospitalized, leaving about 2,000, and then about 300 went to intensive care. That's 1,700. The numbers are real low. I looked on the state map. You have like 18 in this county. Most of the problem well to the east of us. So that should be noted. Now, vaccine progress in Pennsylvania is going really, really well. Governor Tom Wolf and Secretary of Health Allison Beam announced significant progress in Pennsylvania's vaccine rollout. Pennsylvania is ranked second for the number of vaccines per 100,000 of population over the past week, according to CDC data. So, Pennsylvania doing rather well in that vaccine rollout area. Now, 803 compliance checks, 15 notices of violation. Where were they doing the compliance checks the 15th through the 18th? They centered around the Pittsburgh area and Wilkes-Barre. Now, the most violations in Altoona with that, they did 146 checks in Philadelphia, 0 warnings, and 1 notice of violation. Now, where they did 175 checks in Wilkes-Barre, they got 3 warnings, no violations. So, but the numbers are well to the east. Erie, 61, and they came up with 6 incidents, which is, what? 6 incidents, 1 in 10 had a problem up in Erie. So the mitigation efforts continue. The virus going away. With that, the Department of Health update getting more COVID vaccine to people, and unprecedented transparency, they go on to say, on vaccine resources. PA ranks second in doses per 100,000 over the past week. And hey, let's call it as we see it. Pennsylvania doing a great job getting people vaccinated, and they should be commended for that. The vaccination update for March 19th. The pace accelerating, more than 4 million vaccinations administered and more than 1.4 million people fully vaccinated. So ranking second with that vaccination detail, that's truly impressive, impenciled. How's that? The Wolf administration, much talk with all this is about schools. Governor Wolf and school staff vaccinations are ahead of schedule. Nearly 84,000 people vaccinated in 10 days will help students return to the classroom. And of course, he visited Bucks County as opposed to coming out and visiting us in the West. That's why I can't help it. The governor of Philadelphia, he just doesn't get that he must have never traveled. He wouldn't even see Breezewood, because Breezewood is west of Harrisburg. He just goes east. And that's where the problems are, so I guess that's okay. The PA Council on Aging is hosting a first ever social isolation symposium. Now, this is the 23rd and the 24th. We'll offer attendees a chance to participate in more than a dozen workshops, selected those of particular interest. Among the speakers, Patrick Airborne, he's the Ed.D founder and director of the elderly suicide prevention and grief-related services, who will discuss loneliness and social isolation and the urban minority. Elder Chow, founder and CEO of Pan Asian Senior Services. You know, I don't know. Loneliness to me doesn't know a nationality. Just saying. And apparently they're a little bit off on that. So and loneliness is loneliness, folks. I don't know where it knows about Asians or others any differently than that. So that's interesting. The Department of Ed to study pandemic impact on learning and teaching. So they've got a grant. It's almost $1 billion. $998 million grant from the Institute of Educational Sciences awarded to PDE in the wake of the COVID-19. Very telling. The online, I hope they're studying this for everybody, because online education, while it may have its benefits for individuals that are not totally used to performing in that area or that way, it becomes very, very difficult as I work on figuring out where the mic should go here, and I don't want to distract you, but that's a difficult thing. Some people do a lot better when they have, I want to see what the heck's down there, when they have a live person-to-person type audience in front of them. So that's something to note as maybe that becomes a discussion. And I'll be interested to really see who and what is going on with that. And we're going to get to some insurance commission stuff, okay, right after we go to sports. And, sports, interesting things yesterday. Tournament takes place. Illinois tops Drexel. And the surprise in the whole thing wasn't Baylor, wasn't Cleveland State losing to Houston. The surprise was Oral Roberts beating Ohio State 75-72. A tough night for the Buckeyes, as they just didn't come up big. Liberty University was 23-6. They lost to Oklahoma State 69-60. But the Mountaineers of West Virginia topped Morehead State soundly, and Georgia Tech bowed out of the contest, losing to Loyola of Chicago. Villanova won by 10, and North Texas beat Purdue 78-69. So the underdogs making a pretty good run yesterday, as the other games, the records were kind of similar, 18-win teams, 16-win teams playing each other. We're going to go to the Cedars Sports Corner. Now, last night, after the game was over and after we did the post-game wrap-up, I went to Cedars. And it was absolutely excellent. Now, I had the baked fish, and I'll tell you what, it was out of this world. So make sure you check that out. Also, and it every once in a while you don't remember what segments it's in. But when you get to the weather, you're going to see that it's going to look really nice today. It's going to be warm. Allow me to suggest Easy Clean Car and Van Wash. I got the hot wax the other day, and I showed you right on my Facebook station how the water beat it up so great. We're going to go to sports. I don't want to talk any more about that. We'll be right back after sports.
These fine businesses provided funding for this program. Gatherings, Town and Country, and On Target.
Hi friends, I'm Gary West, and whether you find Augustine's Pizza at your local grocery store, well, the folks at Augustine's Pizza hope that their pizza is always your first choice for any and all occasions. The Cedars Restaurant in Newcastle wants you to indulge in the food from their pleasing menu. The Cedars features Mediterranean, pub food, Middle Eastern cuisine, and so much more. They're open every day, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Call the Cedars on the east side at 827 Addis Street, Newcastle. 724-658-9543. That's 724-658-9543.
Hello and welcome to the Cedars Sports Corner, and let's get right to college basketball. Georgetown at noon will take on Colorado, that on CBS. At 1:45, St. Bonaventure will take on LSU, that on TNT. Now, as you cruise through the day, there's a lot of games. I'm just going to tell you what's close to us. 7:15, Ohio will be at Virginia, that on True Network. Also, Maryland will take on UConn, that on CBS. As you make it through your nightcap, 10 o'clock, Virginia Commonwealth taking on Oregon. So that gives you a rundown on that college basketball as the tournament goes on. Now, over in hockey. Here you go, 1 o'clock. It's your Pittsburgh Penguins taking on the New Jersey Devils. Later on in the day, 7 o'clock, 2 games. Calgary at Toronto, ESPN+. The Rangers at the Caps, ESPN+. Over in the NBA, you're looking at this for your Saturday. NBA TV, Golden State takes on Memphis. And so that ought to be pretty good. Pennsylvania team playing, that's Sacramento at Philadelphia. And a little later on, San Antonio takes on Milwaukee. Now that was the Cedars Sports Corner. Head over to Cedars, get some great food, and enjoy the games. We'll be back right after this time.
This program furnished by Sporting Goods, 23 East Washington Street, Newcastle. Call 724-658-2535. Alley's Upper Crust at 1700 Highland Avenue has a full menu: pizza, roll-ups, salad, soup, sandwiches, strombolis, dinners. They are just great for dine-in or take-out. Don't forget to give them a call at 724-652-7553. It's Alley's Upper Crust.
Well, we're back, and hopefully you're having a great morning. Outside, sunshine, blue skies, and you can see the sun shining on the cars right across the street in front of the beautiful Majestic, and 21 chilly degrees, though, folks. It's a little cold, to say the least, but hopefully you're having that cup of coffee and a little warm inside and warm with your favorite station, Nctv45. Now, continuing on with some state news, Insurance Commissioner announces court approval of liquidation of Bedivere Insurance Company, assures policyholders and claims will be paid by the state guaranteed funds pursuant to state law. What that means is the insurance companies pay into a group that if an insurance company goes out of business for any reason, this fund covers those claims. The liquidation order triggers the following process. The department, as liquidation takes over, serves the company and marshals all available assets to pay policyholder claims. Working remotely, the liquidator analyzes the company's most recent financial data to understand the full scope of the company's financial whole. Policies, bonds terminated within 30 days of the liquidation order. Policyholders with open claims will receive fully explaining the trigger of the guaranteed funds in the process. Creditors will also be paid as a priority and follow proof of claims process. The liquidator distributes any surplus funds to the shareholders. The company is then formally dissolved. So it was known as One Beacon, and entered the runoff in 2013. They had different areas. I haven't really heard of that company out here in western Pennsylvania. They may not have done business or had a local office out here, but just to know, if you did have that, they will be looking and sending you more information. The Wolf administration, and this is, anytime I read something like this, they grant their sixth extension to the license to carry firearms permit. And that is a good thing. Pennsylvania State Police announced that Governor Tom Wolf granted an additional extension to the carry firearms permit. The permits expiring on March 19th or later will be valid through June 30th, 2021. So, thank goodness for that. The DEP, they're doing some things too. Makes it easier to get a low interest loan for high impact energy efficient products. Pennsylvania Department of Environment announced today its revamped the Green Energy Loan Fund to make it easier for commercial owners
to get interest loans for large-scale, high-impact, energy-efficient. Approximately 1.8 million is currently available in the funding. And let's add a note to that. That's really part of the federal program to go green. I hope they know what they're doing, because there's a lot of infrastructure on that that'll have to be changed, and price increases will be on the way with respect to that Green New Deal. The Wolf administration receives a grant from Parent Pathways Initiative to support economic advancement of families. The Department of Human Services Secretary Teresa Miller and the Department of Education Acting Secretary Noe Ortega announced that Pennsylvania was awarded $150,000 through the accented at the Aspen Institute policy, the acceleration partnership to establish networks that ease the barriers for education for single parents seeking post-secondary education and vocational education. Here, the PUC Chairman Gladys Brown, and I'm sorry, Gladys, Drew Trinelli, and I messed that up, honored for leadership in the state government as part of Women's History Month. That's this month. And one of the honorees during the virtual event, in conjunction with Women's History Month, the Crystal Bird Falsetto Leadership celebrates the first black woman ever to serve in the Pennsylvania General Assembly and recognizes the current and former women, black women, in Pennsylvania state government. So congratulations to her, and we'll continue on. Two more stories of importance. Secretary of Agriculture warns no justice for dog bite victims, dangerous dogs at large without dog license and fees. You know, I can't say enough to make sure that your dog has a license. Without a dog license, increased to fund the work of the wardens, such as mentoring dangerous dogs or investigating dog bites. Pennsylvania will notice, added Redding, that this becomes a problem. So they're looking for funding to get that taken care of. And Pennsylvania Commission issues a joint statement with Governor Wolf with and this is what I'm talking about with spin. The Georgia shootings were a disgrace. The person down there admitted, as I watched news media, that he had a problem with these businesses, and so he wanted to eradicate the businesses. And the spin they're putting on is that it was a hate crime or there and abouts, and that's not what it is. Don't spin things. Just get the truth out there. That's vastly more important. Now, let's go to something really important, and that's the weather. 21 degrees outside, humidity 81%, winds are calm, dew point 16, and visibility 10 miles. Now, as I was showing you, it looks gorgeous.
just take a look at the Scottish Rite Cathedral, and you'll see sun shining as you look at the cars across from our broadcast location in the beautiful Majestic. Stop by, check it out. It is really a nice spot, centrally located and right in downtown. Now, with that being said, it's time to go to Lawrence County 45 weather. Now, it's not going to stay this cold. It's going to get warmer as the day goes on. So what you should do is go to Easy Clean Car and Van Wash. Get the car cleaned so that when you're driving around like that guy just did, and that guy, you'll be able to say, geez, at least I'm in a clean car. Now, let's go to Lawrence County 45 weather. Maybe you want to go out and get some wings or travel over to Crane Room, get some great food, and just enjoy the sunshine. Have a picnic. Now, we're going to go. We'll be right back after this.
Easy Clean Car and Van Wash, where your clean wash is our goal. Run it again at Wendy's Lunch. Run it again with hot dogs, fries, burgers, and much more. For the 2-point conversion, try those daily specials. Run right in and you won't need only car to score at Wendy's Lunch. For the game, just right for lunch or anytime. It's Lindy's Lunch. 2402 Wilmington Road, Newcastle.
The Crane Room is a restaurant. The Crane Room is a bar. The Crane Room is a banquet facility. The restaurant will please you time after time with their diverse menu. Ask about their daily specials. See the menu at craneroom.com. The bar gives you an abundance of choices with 35 beers on tap and always changing. Their banquet services are always to perfection. The Crane Room, located at 3009 Wilmington Road in Neshannock Township. Call 724-656-1553.
BSB. Big Shot Bob's are the wings for me. 50 flavors, make it right, you see. BSB has sandwiches you have to try. Stop in and you'll know why. Every day of the week you see. Call or stop in to BSB. Big Shot Bob's will be your favorite place, just like me.
Hello and welcome to Lawrence County 45 weather. After last night's clear low of 22, I think you're going to love how things are shaping up. Let's take a look outside. Clear skies and looking absolutely gorgeous. And here's why. Take a look. That's down south, but up where we are and off to our west, nothing but clearing. You have to get all the way out to the west coast to find any clouds. So how's your weekend look? Absolutely magnificent. Last night's overnight low 22. Your Saturday, sunny, high of 56. Just get out and enjoy. Now Saturday night clear, a low of 30. Your Sunday, expect sunshine with a high of 61. Sunday night, clear, low of 34. Monday, sunshine again and 63. Monday night, mostly clear and a low of 37. Tuesday, get this, mostly sunny, a high of 63. We could get up to 65 that day. We'll take it. Now, Tuesday night, mostly cloudy, a low of 46. Your Wednesday, not too shabby, mostly cloudy, 65. Slight chance of rain, but I think you get okay. Now, Wednesday night, mostly cloudy, a low of 48. There's a 30% chance of rain. And then you bop into Thursday, mostly cloudy, 63. And you're going to be okay. You're going to see peaks of sunshine on Wednesday and Thursday. How much sun? We might get a couple degrees warmer. Wednesday getting up to about 65, maybe a couple degrees getting up to about 66 on Thursday, but it's going to be just grand. Now, that means Gary's going to want to get that suntan lotion. And, while he's out there, why doesn't he just head over to BSB's and get some great food and enjoy it? He could have a picnic. Now, this was Lawrence County 45 weather. We are going to take this break and hear from these great sponsors who would like to hear from you. Elham's for one great dining experience. Peppers, mouth-watering fruit, fine dressings, apples, meats. This place looks so familiar. Everyone in Newcastle has to know about it. Yes, it reminds you of when you were growing up, right in downtown Newcastle. Look at those fine lunch meats and ethnic foods. Yes, it's Joseph's.
Shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer.
Hello, friends, and it's Los Amigos. Let me tell you what, great food. Whether you get the chimichangas, enchiladas, tacos, whatever you get, you're going to love them. The nice, friendly atmosphere. Stop by. Tell them NCTV45 sent you. It's Los Amigos sponsoring this program. Today's programming is brought to you by Nctv45 and NC Radio 450, Newcastle's community television station.
This program sponsored by Lombardo's Apothecary, located at 1230 South Mill Street on the south side of Newcastle.
At our law firm, we see you. Come see us at lgkg.com.
There's more than meets the eye. Gotta give every Newcastle a try. We're a small town for living. Look around.
Hello and welcome back. And hey, it's a great Saturday to get out, do something positive, and just enjoy the weekend. If you're off, here's hoping you don't have to work or do anything like that, and you get to just enjoy the many treasures we have right here in the County of Champions. And I think that is really a good way to put it with Lawrence County. We should be proud of all our student accomplishments. We've got some great things to do and view. Maybe take in some art at the Hoyt, get a cup of coffee at the Confluence, perhaps go to one of our many fine restaurants. I say we have the best food anywhere, and I'll stand by that. Maybe you want to get the car clean, take a ride out to Chubb's, get some Augustine's pizza. That they use Augustine's ingredients. It's phenomenal out there, and I really enjoy it. By the way, they were so busy they couldn't even answer the phone the other day. So they're still doing quite well, and check that out. Maybe you get some deep fried meatballs or sausage. It's absolutely excellent. Now, as I say each and every day, and I ask you to do this, make sure that you tell a friend and have a friend tell a friend about Nctv45. They'll be glad you did. And when they say, I don't watch a lot of television, you tell them this. Yes, we're Nctv45, the train, available anytime on your time. A train that runs on your schedule. That's Nctv45. Now, here's hoping you get that second cup of coffee and have a super day in what I call the greatest castle in the world, in the County of Lawrence. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you again real soon.